Brodes Media.
They go 4-2. Pretty good. Pretty good. I wish it was 5-1. Of course, we are recording on an afternoon where they lose to the Nationals, and it's never fun watching Rob Thomson pretty much admit that he doesn't give two shits about the win, because you go down swinging with Cal Stevenson, who rolls into a double play after Edmundo Sosa gets on for a leadoff single down 2 runs. That's a disgrace, Topper. And then, to make it even worse, Garrett Stubbs grounds out. Hold on a second. Bryce Harper's in the dugout. Bryce Harper is waiting for his turn. You're down 2 runs. 2 runs. There's somebody on first. You do know that Bryce Harper has the ability to jack up a 2-run bomb, right? Stubbs stinks. You do know JT can do better than Garrett Stubbs, right? I'm just saying, dude. I don't get it. That's waving the white flag. And I really shouldn't be that aggravated with the 4-2 homestand, so I hate that that's sort of the first thing flying out of my mouth, but it's the most recent thing that I just consumed about 6 minutes ago. So why is he falling asleep at the wheel? That's loser mentality. That's what it is, Rob. You started finally to make me feel good again. Truly, I started to look at moments, and we'll discuss them all. Trey Turner, walk-off, and the guy has been getting hits almost every single at-bat since he was removed from the lineup and placed back in. So good for you, Trey, including a damn walk-off. Even though the Nationals sort of handed it to you, you know, with Brandon Marsh getting a hit and then getting a free base to second, they're throwing the ball all around. Stevenson with a bunt, and now he gets on base. Nobody gets out. Trey Turner, how do you do? Nice and lovely. You win a ball game. Yes, the Nationals blow, but still, the fact that it's Trey, who's been in the crosshairs of blame, and this is coming after a fantastic grand slam from Kyle, and you also got the Weston Wilson cycle. So as you're seeing, there's something that is highly emotional that's going down consistently on a night-to-night basis. So for Trey to follow the leader here and to do it as well when it's his opportunity, knowing that Rob was not happy with him and took him out of the lineup, I think that that's massive. And then you got a Christopher Sanchez complete game action of 99 pitches. Guy was phenomenal. Straight up phenomenal. Less than 100 pitches. This guy goes 9. He goes the distance. That is outrageous. So once again, a highly emotional moment that goes in the favor of the Phils. And that's not all that happened in that Saturday afternoon game. We got awesome hits in the 6th inning, and they weren't just relying on the long ball. We can run down the list. Trey Turner with the double, Bohm with the single, Nick with the single, JT with the single, Edmundo Sosa with a single, Rojas with a single. Bang, 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 bang. Just getting the job done and moving through your lineup to give you a 5-1 lead. It was tied 1-1 in that 6th inning on Saturday night. So for them to have the response that you needed from your lineup and able to produce, because if you remember, there was a lot of upset fans on how they didn't pounce on Patrick Corbin a night before as much as they should, right? 2-0 lead. Estevez in the game in the 9th, and he gave it up. And a lot of fans were so disappointed with the offense. How could you only score 2 runs against a pitcher that leads the league in losses over the X amount of years? His ERA has been through the roof, and I understand, I do. It is aggravating. At the end of the day, though, if your closer's getting the ball with a 2-run lead in the 9th inning, you have to shut it down. That's the rules. That's the rules. I can't take any sort of criticism off of Estevez and start applying it to the order. I get it. I want more runs than 2. But when it's all said and done, games are going to play out how they're going to play out through 8 innings. If you could get the ball in the closer's hands in the 9th against a bad Washington team, you have one job. Win the game. You have one damn job. Win the game. So, yes, I wish it was 5-0, 6-0, 9-0, 10-0. I want it to be way more against Patrick Corbin. It wasn't. Sure, disappointing. 9th inning, game on the line. Your closer has a 2-run lead. So if it's 7-5 instead of 2-0, do you feel differently about blowing the lead? 2-run lead. Get it done. I'm angry with Estevez. And there are signs of some of the bullpen leaking oil, as we saw with Matt Strahm and Jeff Hoffman in this final game against Washington. They both allowed some runs. Strahm, lucky that it was only one. He had the bases loaded. They get the one out at home plate. It probably could have been a lot worse. And then Hoffman got rocked. This thing was smoked. I still can't believe when the game wasn't over yet, though, Rob Thomson essentially admitted, yeah, we don't give two damns about the result of this one. We're happy that we at least already won the first 3 of this series. So the fourth one, we could toss that up as an L if we want to. I'm cool with Bryce not playing. I get it. Sometimes Bryce Harper will take a day off. Truly, not that pissed off about it. I'm pissed off with the lack of usage late, though. The game's still in hand. It's a 2-run game in the 9th when you have a man on first. That type of stuff makes me lose sleep. Can't wait to hear what Rob's description is of that. Can't wait. I mean, it's crazy. You know what else would have been awesome, though, about this, if you could find a way to make some noise here? What have I been stressing about these wins, even against poor opponents? It's less about who you're facing and more about, to me, the highs of the team. How the clubhouse is feeling, the energy, the having fun again, going to the ballpark with the purpose. It was all starting to flow in the right direction. They were moving as one in the proper light. And instead, now there's this negative taste in my mouth. Imagine if you were able to go to Atlanta. Now you're leaving CBP, you're leaving South Philadelphia, you're going to see a big-time rival who's been underperforming, but you're going to Truist Park. And if you could have had another one of those moments under your belt where the Bryson Stott, Brandon Marsh back-to-back bombs had more impact, now it's just sort of something that they missed out on. Grabbing onto that life and that energy shift due to 2 kids that have been struggling mightily in Stott and Marsh, it doesn't really have the juice anymore. Could you imagine if Bryce did something special, though? How much more that back-to-back home run sequence means? And then you roll into Atlanta with it going? Of course, I don't know if Bryce hits a 2-run jack, but what if he hits a single? And then it's first and second, no outs? A single still would have been lovely. Especially because we know what some of the top guys have been doing lately. Turner's getting a hit almost every at-bat. Nick is so good. This version of Nick is so good. Listen to these numbers that Matt Gelb tweeted out in the middle of the game. For everybody who rips Kevin Long because, quote, the approach is abysmal, he stinks, he's bad, why isn't he fired? Kyle Schwarber has been a monster this season. His batting average is over 250. Kyle Schwarber's been great. Nick Castellanos has been great. When Trey's on fire, it's been great. Kevin Long has plenty of examples on why he shouldn't be fired throughout the tough stretches of the offense. Just to be fair, I feel like he never gets any love when guys like Nick actually perform at a super high rate, or Kyle Schwarber He was hitting under 200 last year with 50-something bombs. Hey, we got to work on some things. We got to tweak some things. We got to, go to town here on the tape to figure out exactly how you can be the best version of yourself that will tremendously help out this baseball team as a leadoff hitter, too. And he's done that and some. But anyway, Nick Castellanos, since May 1st, he's hitting 268. Since June 1st, he's hitting 284. Since July 1st, he's hitting 290. And since August 1st, he's hitting 315. That's fantastic stuff. Unfortunately, there's some other stats I have here bookmarked. Taijuan Walker's day comes to an end. 4 2/3, 3 earned runs, 3 walk batters, 2 home runs hit, 99 pitches, 61 strikes. His energy really does deflate the team. All right, I've been on the record in the past saying I would take him over some of these other arms, and as you see, they removed Tyler Phillips from the equation, and I'm talking about those level of performers, to be fair. But you know what? Even if there's someone who's worse, I think the team feels better just from a morale standpoint when it's not Walker on the bump. So I would take a worse version of a starter over Taijuan now. It has gotten to the point where I am beaten down so much that I don't even care. 0-2 count, home run, game's tied. He gives me loser vibes. He does. So I'm over it. I don't think there's any way of getting out of that now. He had 27 pitches in the first inning, 4 batters. I thought, I thought the first inning would be even rougher. It wasn't fun watching. That's for damn sure.